Hi everyone, my name is David. Thank you for watching today's Q&As. This is part 2. I just had part 1, so this is part 2, and I just want to tell you real quick, please leave us your locations when you want to ask me a question. If you have a question, go down in the comment section, ask me anything you want, and I'll answer them in the next Q&A next Monday. And right now, I'm answering questions from the last Q&A, last Monday, okay? So this is part 2. Let's get started right away. Next question is from Fernando in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Hello, Fernando. Why they discard good supplies? If some narcissists have a boyfriend for some time, what is the motivation for that? And why they come back to the good supplies they discard? So a lot of it, Fernando, is this is a pattern, a cycle that repeats itself. This is all they know. Okay, this is what they did before you. This is what they're going to do after you. They can't handle personal relationships with people. They cannot face things they've done, who they are, stuff like that. And they're merely reacting to things and what makes me feel good right now. Okay, so you asked me why they discard. Why did this person leave you when you were good to them? And I understand that, Fernando. And you have to understand that it's not you. Okay, it's not always you. It's what they're dealing with inside their head. Okay, so naturally people date for about 6 months. Your brain chemicals and your hormones rise and fall. It makes us really excited about people we meet. That's why they love bomb you, said how great you were. That goes down after some time, and then they feel bad again, and they need to feel good again. They need excitement. The brand new rush of a relationship is what they really, really like. And they are impulsive and compulsive, and they want to have sex with somebody. They meet someone they like, they want to be with them. It's not about you. They are sitting there going, oh, this is a good person. I can't do that to them. I don't want them. I want him. I want to stay. They're not thinking like that. This is a child. Okay? So they left you for someone else like that. And then they realize, oh, Fernando is really good to me. But this feels better right now. Just feels better. It's more exciting. It's new. This is my soulmate. That starts to go down. Then they turn around and look back at you, Fernando, and they want to come back and get some of what you gave them. Okay, there's also sadistic narcissist, sociopath, psychopath. And what they do is they want to hurt. They have so much pain that you hurt them. Doesn't matter if other people did it. They're with you, you hurt them, they have to destroy you. Okay, so they'll come back and try and hurt people. That's up to you to decide what they're trying to do. Study more, educate yourself more, learn that that's what these people do. So you see this person for who they really are. And go to therapy. Relieve yourself of some of the stress, guilt, and shame, okay? It's what's necessary. Don't try and do this by yourself because you're going to end up taking her back, okay? Monica from Cincinnati. Hello, Monica. Can you speak about parentification? Is this a common theme with sociopaths, narcs, borderlines? It can be. I wouldn't know if it's common. Parentification, where you make the child the parent, takes care of the child, the parent, and that's real common with us. I don't think that's very common with sociopaths. It could be common with narcissists and borderlines. Sociopaths typically have sociopathic parents. Not always, but typically. Like some bad people in their lives. And they're very controlling. So they don't necessarily, might not do that to their parents. The narcissist kind of as well, but also traumatized and reactionary. Borderline, very much so. Common for borderlines to take care of their parents, be the parent, take care of their siblings, or lie and tell you they did. Okay? Very, very common. But I couldn't tell you with sociopaths, narcissists, and borderlines because, period, Monica, you try to talk about their past, you don't know. I mean, a sociopath is almost manipulating you all the time. That's how they get what they need. So it's hard to trust and believe people like that. Hope that makes sense. Cindy from Boise. Hello, Cindy. Hi, David. It's Cindy from Boise. My ex has traits of borderline, narcissist, and sociopath. Is it possible for someone to have all three? Or is there another name for these people? I find myself getting a little confused at what he is now. I'm looking forward to hearing more videos on sociopaths. Thank you for everything, and talk soon. You know, this is something we always think about, a lot of us, and it's hard, I know. And it's very hard for people in your life. It's easier for me to look at your life, and it's easier for you to look at mine, okay? And especially the people that are in our lives, because we see the good. And it's harder to see the cycles and patterns. When you guys are telling me, they did this to me, then they did this to me again, then they did this to me again, then they did this to me again, I'm like, and then you're like, no, but there's lots of good things in between, and they took care of my kids, and they gave me a great birthday present, and they, yeah, okay. But look at what they did, okay? And here's the deal. 4 disorders in the cluster B. There's 10 disorders. 3 clusters, A, B, C. 4 in B, narcissism, borderline, histrionic, antisocial, which is your psychopath, sociopath. But here's the deal. They're all narcissistic. They're all on the narcissistic spectrum. Matter of fact, psychopaths, sociopaths are narcissists. So you don't need to sit there and go, oh, they act like a sociopath, but not a narcissist. Yeah, they do. And you're not going to textbook say, every single thing they say about narcissists doesn't apply. So maybe they're not a narcissist. It's not that. It's not that easy. It's their lifetime. It's cycles. It's patterns. It's how they react to things. Do what they do. So know that a borderline is narcissistic. Know that histrionic is narcissistic. Know that a psychopath, sociopath are narcissists. Okay? What divides these are things, okay, small things, but you have a narcissist. What makes him a sociopath, psychopath? Antisocial behavior. I just talked about it. I think that was just recently. So look at, watch this whole video. I discuss this. Watch other videos I make. I discuss this. And again, I'm coming out with tons of videos. I'm starting a ton of videos about sociopathy, sociopaths, okay? And I'm really giving some good insight on what it is to help you guys out. But keep educating yourself, okay? That's the best thing I can tell you. If you have someone that you know is a narcissist but acts like a sociopath, probably a sociopath, right? If you have someone that's borderline and acts very narcissistic, they're borderline high on the narcissist spectrum. Now, the way the DSM is the way it is, then yes, they will diagnose multiple disorders. They can do that. If they're smart, they understand that it does no good to diagnose you as a narcissist and sociopath, because a sociopath is a narcissist. But there are sociopaths that are being diagnosed with borderline and sociopathy. Okay? That's the way it works. And it's very conflicting. You have a borderline who can't regulate emotions, but in the DSM they say sociopaths don't have any. Something wrong, isn't there? Sociopaths have emotion. That's the difference. Sociopaths do have emotion. They can have troubles regulating their emotion, but they have antisocial behavior. See? Hope that makes sense. Thanks, Cindy. Noah from Switzerland. Hello, Noah. Hello, David. Thanks so much for your content. It helps me so much. I was recently in a relationship with a BPD woman in her early 20s. It was going for 2 months. A lot of communication over text. At first, everything was beautiful, love bombing, enmeshment. Then out of nowhere, something happened and had some difficult topics that we crossed, like other women who might be in love with me. So you're talking about other women that might be in love with you. When she made her firm decision not to pursue this, she still wanted to stay friends. So she decided to break up with you, stay friends. You said no contact. She contacted you still. She couldn't resist you. And then she tells you you're shallow, have no emotional intelligence. Now you're questioning your own sanity. You consider yourself an empath, really care for people. What is going on? What am I supposed to do? You're supposed to stop talking to people who abuse you. No contact, guys. If someone hurts you, if someone makes you feel bad, leave them alone. Done. Problem is, you're not. That's the problem. Not whatever she says. The problem is that you're listening to her. That's the problem. Why are you listening to her, Noah? Why are you giving her the time of day? Why are you contacting her? Why are you answering the phone? Why are you having any kind of meaningful conversation with her? That's the problem, Noah. She hurt you. She's not sorry. She doesn't make you feel better about it. And you keep talking to her. Get rid of her. Thanks, Noah. I am Mary from Georgia. Hello, Mary. My narc had a very fakey laugh. Have you heard of this? Absolutely. Absolutely. Disordered people manipulate, fake, lie, mirror. If someone doesn't have empathy, what do? They fake it. They pretend they care. So if they want to fit in and they don't think something's funny and everyone's laughing, then they laugh. That wasn't convincing. It's not easy, guys. And that's how you can tell who a sociopath or psychopath is, because you realize that they're acting like they care, but they really don't care. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you. Nice Rose? Nicey Rose? Wish we knew. Oh, from England. D from England. Sorry, D from England. Hello, D. Hi, David. Will a covert narcissist seek therapy after several meltdowns caused by perceived injury in front of their social circle, simply in an effort to restore their reputation? Is it real accountability for their abusive behavior? No, it's not. It's not real accountability. And yes, they do seek therapy. Tons of narcissists will go seek therapy. Sociopaths, psychopaths have sought therapy because their life is so out of control. They need validation. They want someone to help them feel better. So they go and lie and manipulate to the therapist, and the therapist says, oh, God, I'm sorry, that's awful. You're a total victim. And they go, great, have a nice day. And they're done. That's all they needed. It happens. I've seen it. It's to feel better. These people have problems. They feel like crap, and they have problems in their personal relationships, and they lose people they want in their life. So it's damaging to them too. So what do? They say it's all your fault, and they go date someone else. See? Thank you. Luke from the United Kingdom. Hello, Luke. When my ex left, she moved out while I was at work. No note, no phone call, like a ghost. She left my house keys, but she kept her engagement ring. 15 months now. Still haven't heard a peep out of her. I'm wondering, why would she discard in such a heartbreaking, confusing way? Is this a narc trait? Most likely, Luke, something was going on she couldn't handle, and she wasn't ever going to tell you. And she probably had plans, and she left you for this guy. And, you know, maybe if she's just borderline and not very narcissistic, maybe she understands what she's doing is wrong and feels a little bad, and that's how she dealt with it. I don't know. Maybe she did plan and want to hurt you. It would make more sense if she really wanted you to be horribly, miserably, badly hurt, that they'll contact you and see. Come back and look at it. Right? Try and hurt you some more. Seems like she's just lost and confused in her own head and very impulsive and maybe has a little guilt. I'm just guessing. Okay? I don't know, Luke. I'm sorry. You know, but it's a blessing in disguise, and I hope you're processing this by talking. Thanks, Luke. Stefan from Melbourne. Hello, Stefan. Hey, David, thanks for all your videos. It's obvious, confusing, loving someone with PPD, especially if they are not monsters. Can be one of the most loving people you would meet. All I do is research BPD. You're looking for drugs for them, but there aren't any. Your question is, do they ever get better with DBT? Well, yes, absolutely. Look at AJ Mahari. She was diagnosed with borderline, and she triumphed. She overcame. It's beautiful. We do. It happens. People do that. Okay? They say borderline is treatable. DBT therapy, it's not easy. The problem with this is borderlines usually won't do the work. That victim mentality, it's hard for them to accept what they've done or what they do, or that it's their fault or their problem or something they need to fix. They're stuck in it's all everyone else's fault. Poor me. Help me. Stephen? If this person has abused you, leave them, get away from them. The best way for them to go get help is for them to lose you. Okay? Good luck. Natural Girl from Atlanta, hello. My question is, can adverse events later on life bring on NPD? I'm convinced my cousin has this disorder, and it seemed to be most evident after her divorce. I think she had these traits all along, but it's blatant now. There you go. She did. If she's a narcissist now, she's been a narcissist the whole time you knew her. But she had the mask on. She played, oh, everything's great, until something went kind of wrong and she turned into a monster. And there you go. No, we aren't. We don't get narcissistic personality disorder later in life. No. We can have very narcissistic traits later in life. If you're dying from cancer and you got 30 days to live, your empathy kind of is shot. You're stuck on me. Inherently narcissistic. That's just the way it is. You aren't a narcissist. Hope that makes sense. Get away from that person, whoever that person is. Work on yourself. You guys, if you've noticed a pattern here, you guys are so focused on other people. You're so focused on other people's feelings. You're so focused on what other people are thinking, what they're going to do to you, with other people in their own lives. Focus on you. Focus on your life. Focus on how you feel. Focus on what you've done, your behavior, what you need to do, what you want, where you want to be. And that, by doing that, you got to stop facing them and you got to face somewhere else, okay? So the best way to face is where you want to be. Thanks, guys. That's all the questions. Hope that helped. Ask me anything you want today. Go down below, and I'll answer them in the next Q&A, okay? I don't miss these at all. I try and make sure every single Monday, 12 o'clock Pacific time, on time, they're here for you. So you guys have something to count on, something that is reliable in your life, okay? Thanks, guys. Love yourself first. Be there for other people. Share this information, okay? Thanks. Take care. See you next Monday. Bye-bye.